In this video, we're going to take a look at 4 potential decks you can use in the Legend Anthology Academy event. This will range from both top tier options down to budget options. Either way, it should help you easily grind through the medals and get all of the rewards for this event. So to start things off, I already covered a very in-depth video around this, but we have Dark Magician. This deck utilizes board breakers like Lava Golem and floodgates like the Power Sink Stone. These are the only 2 real kind of techie cards you can really use. Aside from that, it's a pretty standard Dark Magician list. This is definitely a budget option considering you can get pretty much all of the ultra rares needed for this deck in the Vortex of Magic structure deck, which costs 1500 gems. I'm not going to go into this video. Check the link in the description for a full in-depth guide on this deck, but it will be a very good budget option and very fun to play in this event. Moving on to the next deck, we actually have Suship. The Suships always seem legal for these kind of events, and it is for sure a budget option. This is a going second deck, and it very much utilizes that OTK line of the Suship cards. And the reason it's budget is because if you take out the hand traps and the lava golems, essentially everything in here is more or less just a normal or a super rare. And I don't have the pranker tops either, but this is just more board breaking option. You don't necessarily need those either, but because you are going second deck, you probably want them. But considering that, you know, Lava Golem is only super rare, and even Dark Holes, which I have tagged in this deck, I don't know if this is going to be good in this event. I assume it will be, considering there's not many things that can negate. So if your opponent goes first, sets up a board, you Dark Hole and or Raigeki them, then you just OTK with the Suships. So pretty powerful stuff. The Unexpected Die are free cards from solo mode, and the Painful Decisions are also just super rare, so pretty easy to craft. In terms of the extra deck, you just need some of these super rare Suship cards as well, and then the rest of these cards are just kind of extra, additional things that you don't actually need. They're just things to, play supplemental to your engine. But overall, the Suship engine is pretty strong just because these cards flood the field with level 4 monsters. You Xyz summon into the level 4 cards, and then you're able to use their effects to pretty much OTK. And then again, you can play like alternative lines like Dreadnought, destroy a monster, and then go into like rail cannons after that. So kind of interesting. But again, you don't absolutely have to play these because they are a bit more of an investment. So kind of just like if you already have them, throw them in there. But yeah, Suships, very good OTK deck still, and a good going second deck. Moving on to the next one here, we have Dino. So this is by far not a budget option, and there is a loner deck that's like a mix of Dino and Cyber Dragon, but you definitely don't want to play that. You want to build your own. I mean, you could try the loner deck if you don't already have Dinos, but if you have them, FYI, you can use them. And why would you want to use them? Well, because Dinos still does Dino things. You've got Lost World, you've got Fossil Dig, which is still at 3. This is absolutely nuts. 3 pranker tops. You're only limited by like 1 Conductor Tyranno, and you don't have access to the Scrap engine because Scrap Raptor is not available for this event. The extra deck probably doesn't matter because you want to still have the ability to trigger off the evolution pill. You want to play some non-Dino monsters, so we're opting for some DD Crows, Effect Veilers, and the Psy Frame, but these get banished usually if they do get used on field, but you can still banish them from your hand. And then you're also utilizing a True King engine to a certain degree to rip your opponent's extra deck, which can really be detrimental to your opponent. So Dino is definitely going to be a top tier option, probably the best deck in the event. If you run into this, and I know if I run into a pure Dino, I'm probably going to scoop with Dark Magician. I don't know. Maybe not though, because Dark Magician can still do work with spell and traps. So yeah, it should be a fun format. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, the list is pretty standard for any Dino list. You're just looking to fill the gaps with additional cards. So again, like Pranker Tops and Lithoseism in place of things like Maxi and Ash Blossom that you would normally play in regular ranked mode. Because you're kind of a going second deck too, you can main deck a Duster. You probably don't care about monsters on the field since UTC just flips them all face down anyways. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. That the Dino deck is basically full power. The final deck we're going to take a look at is actually Hero. This is also a top contender for being the most powerful deck in the format. It doesn't, I mentioned this in the Dark Magician video that you can definitely expect to go up against a lot of Hero decks because it's a fan favorite deck. But it is a little nerfed. They don't have access to Dark Law, thankfully. Could you imagine Dark Magician versus Dark Law? You would just lose right away. And they don't have access to DPE either. So 2 of their most broken cards, most powerful cards, they don't have access to. They still have Dark Angel, though, in this event, I believe. which is not great. Yeah, they still have Dark Angel. I don't know if they can actually summon this with the limitations to heroes. They probably can, so not great if Dark Magician gets hit with a Dark Angel. I don't know. Do you have the access? I guess in this case you want to play the Link ones that you can link this off with, huh? Let's see. Anima isn't legal, unfortunately, so you'd need the Lingaribo, which is an ultra rare if you really want to combat heroes and then potentially giving you Dark Angel. But heroes, can still do hero things because most of the core engine is still available. You don't have access to Denier though, so you only have Malicious, but you can still play Fusion Destiny in order to go into Destiny Hero Dangerous. This can be summoned off of Fusion Destiny, I'm pretty sure. If not, just cut these out of the list. But Heroes is by no means a cheap deck. I mean, you got 3 Ultra Rare Stratos, double Vyon, you got 2 Shadow Mist, you got 2 Ferris. Normally, you'd only play like 1 of this, 2 Malicious, 1 Honest Neos, which you can probably bump up to more even, 2 of the Spirit of Neos, 1 Plasma, just some generic staple cards, 3 A Hero Lives. I can't believe they made this card ultra rare, but it is what it is. 2 Fusion Destiny, which is just rare. EN Shuffle, I'm just throwing it in there because I had them, but it can help bring out the Elemental Hero Neos, but you probably don't even want to play this, to be honest. Just go for a 3rd Effect Veiler. Triple Mass Change, because what's actually nice about this deck is you do play like Wind. Well, you can't use I guess you can use the other Dark Mask hero, not Darklaw, the other one. You have an Earth even, you've got Water, and that's pretty much it. You got 1 Water. I don't know if maybe you want to play some more Water Elemental heroes or just hero monsters, because you have access to all the mass heroes, I think, except for Darklaw. So Acid is really good. Wipe the back row. The Divine Wind makes it so your opponent can only attack with 1 monster each turn, and this card can't be destroyed by battle. Has some other effects too that I'm sure are useful. The Mask Hero Blast, and I think, yeah, there's some more. There's the Earth one, Diane. So yeah, just interesting masked hero that you can have some versatility with. And then a card that I haven't used, I have no idea how it works, but Wake Up Your Elemental Hero might be a card if you have it from the new pack. You can play as well. And then, just the traditional hero monsters also. And then, sorry, this is the other masked hero, Dark Monster, that isn't Darklaw. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, sends to the graveyard, add 1 change quick play spell. So this just gets you another mass change to hand, so you can use it to bring out yet another masked hero. So heroes will definitely be a top tier deck for the event, because it's a combo heavy deck that doesn't really have anything to stop it, since things like Ash and Imperm have either been banned or limited. And yeah, the deck can really pop off and you can't really do anything about it. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully this was helpful. If you want any more information, let me know in the comment section below. I myself, as mentioned in my Dark Magician breakdown video, will be playing Dark Magician. I think it's going to be the fun deck to play, and it's really just, I think going to be a good option overall. Plus, it's free, basically. 1,500 gems, and you get access to all the Dark Magician cards. And who doesn't love Dark Magician? Come on, the original Yugi, right? Who wouldn't want to play this? It's really fun to play. So if you're interested in that Dark Magician gameplay, make sure you subscribe for more content on how to play the deck and some unique plays that we might be able to pull off. But that's going to do it again for this video. Thank you if you made it this far. Quantum is out.